Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. It is the middle of August, and we are in probably the hottest time of the year in Japan. It's getting to 38, 39, and some places 40 degrees Celsius, which is, getting around and over just over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's hot. And we need some nice beer to cool us off in the evenings. And today we are going to begin looking at three beers from a brewery that is not often seen, especially out of the Kansai region. And in fact, I'm guessing that maybe beer fans in northern Japan or Eastern Japan, Tokyo, and western Japan, Fukuoka, that area, may not be familiar with this brewery. It is a Kansai area brewery. It's called Awaji Brewery. And Awaji is located on the island of Awaji Shima. And this island is just across from Akashi, or people may know Kobe a little bit better. There's a very large bridge called the Akashi Daikyo, which goes across from Akashi City to this island. And from this island, you can continue across and go to the one of the four main islands of Japan, which is called Shikoku. And so this is right across from Akashi, and it's on the northern tip of the island, actually. The island is shaped kind of like a teardrop, and this would be towards the narrow end of the island. And Awaji's been going since 1998, so quite a while. They have five main beers that they make, and those are a Pils, a red ale, a Weizen, an Alt, and what they call a Awaji rice beer. And there's one more called Shima Island Lemon beer, which they make as well. We're going to be looking at three beers. We're going to look at the Pilsner, the Weizen, and the Alt, which are the ones I happen to find. And it seems like they're kind of stuck in the old mode of Japanese craft beer, which in the mid-90s, late 90s, every brewery that was brewing had to make three of these German styles: the Pils, the Weizen, and the Alt. And because so many people think that beer equals Germany, and so and plus Germans were very influential in the development of the Japanese beer industry when it began in the 1880s, 1890s in Japan. So a lot of German influence, and Awaji is still in that mode where they're making those kinds of beers. Not many craft breweries do that anymore. Okay, so we're going to look at three beers, and let's get started, shall we? Okay, and now let's look at the third beer from Awaji Brewery. And we've already taken a look at two. We've looked at their Pils and their Weizen. And the third one we will look at is called Awaji Alt. And this is a German style. It's called Alt or Sticke. And the Alt refers to a style that's called old beer, traditional kind of moderately dark style of beer in Germany. And this is a 5% beer. It has 6 ratings on RateBeer for an average score of 2.75. I did have this several years ago, and I have rated it before. On Untappd, it has 149 ratings, an average of 3.26. So quite a divergence between RateBeer 2.75 and Untappd 3.26. And so let's give this one a go. This one has barley malt from Canada and also Australia, and hops, and it does not designate the provenance of the hops at all. But let's try this beer from Awaji Brewery. Again, this is a style that many Japanese craft beer makers made in the mid to late 90s, and some still do. Kind of fell out of favor. This style, of course, is very popular in Germany, and it certainly found favor in Japan, and some people still do make it, as Awaji does. Okay, so it's a nice dark coppery color, hazy, cannot quite see through it, with a half a finger of off-white head, and through the light you can see the coppery color, and you can see the carbonation rising up. Let's try this one out. Okay, mildly roasty, malty, good enough. Some dark fruitiness, perhaps, something like raisins, maybe. It smells like it will be a bit sugary. It's not. It's kind of flat. This has some malt to it, but it doesn't go anywhere at all. It's what we simply say is one-dimensional. It doesn't really go anywhere with, doesn't develop any character. Fairly watery, very light body. All of these are not, not too far away from the style, but it just has no character. It doesn't really grab you in any sense at all. Hopping has got to be very minimal in this. So it tastes like a kind of wort that was certainly boiled and developed, but then really just kind of flattened out. So a bit of rust kind of note, light metallic bit, and really goes nowhere at all. So this is the third beer from Awaji, and I do not recommend this one either. You might see this one if you are in the Kansai region. Certainly if you're around the island, Awaji Shima, you will probably see it around here. I don't recommend this, I'm sorry. But you may want to give it a try. And if you do, you please tell me what you think about it, and leave me a comment, okay? I hope you subscribe to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are not too hot in your neck of the woods, and I hope you're staying safe as well. There's a lot of political heat going on in the world these days, a lot of environmental heat, economic heat, and I hope you can keep it cool. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.